Alright then, so let's explore over here. Hopefully start exploring over here soon. And this is probably about the episode where I'm about to meet someone, so that'll be a thing.
We have a new technology.
Alright, so I'll note that at this point we basically now have access to our intel centers. These will be important basically to get up and running sooner than later, so I'll have to pick a planet basically to start building these on.
We have established contact with an alien culture.
Here's the Levins, who are basically that Meyer basically have their ships basically running around, so they'll have basically a couple destroyers probably around at this point. They're basically, very crappy ships, but whatever. And eventually they get access to these heavy destroyers too, but that's a little bit down the line.
Terraforming has been completed. External Affairs has a message for us.
So apparently those guys declined our friendship tree, but we did get a friendship tree with the Ascetis, so that happened. And I managed to terraform one of the planets over here in Borov, so that's nice to see.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Now, worth knowing basically over here, this is actually a very simple planet, and it's only got 4 billion population. I could actually terraform this planet, but it's worth knowing that if I did, I won't be able to get any population growth in this sector because all my people would be dropped on this planet here, and there wouldn't be any more room for it to grow. So, really need to colonize this planet over here to bore free, basically get enough basically to start growing. Specifically, I want to basically have enough population to get a space dock over here in Borov, so that'll be a thing. And Noxus does terraform over here, so
this system will be colonized.
let's get you over here.
Affirmative.
Now, this might be dumb, but I'm gonna send some of these guys, one of these guys basically over here to Levi to basically start help this guy terraform his planets. And let's do that right now. This is also Meyer here, by the way, the Octave, so I'm just gonna send someone over here to basically see what's up. Say hi.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Let's just get this terraforming out of the way.
Affirmative.
And yeah, I know at this point we basically have the 7 billion population here in this sector, so I'll basically build this fabricator basically up here in Mesbra, and I'll build that space dock, I think. And I'll basically be able to explore around this way a little bit more.
Affirmative.
Alright, this guy's over
Select
here now,
a planet
so
for terraforming.
let's just quickly terraform one of these extra planets over here up a little bit. And I can just do their thing over here. Alright, so I've gotten to the point where I basically have all the basic technology I like to have basically out of the way for basically all the major factions. I'll note that for any major faction I like to play, I always like to go at least level 1 biotech, level 1 energy tech, level 2 construction tech, level 3 propulsion tech, and then level 2 and level 2 for level weapon tech and computer tech. Basically, this gives you a nice array of support structures early on that are important to build. You basically get access to fabricator 2s, basically the 2 levels of construction tech. With propulsion tech level 3, basically you have a little bit of range for your colony ships to travel. Weapon tech and computer tech for the intel structures, energy tech level 1 and biotech level 1 for basic food structures and energy structures. After this point, it's really good to basically tailor your research basically to the specific needs of each of the empires. I'll note that for the Rotharians, by the way, my aim right now will basically be to get 2 things basically done with them. I'll note basically once we get up to biotech 4, I'll be able to get access to a very powerful farming thing for the Rotharians. So that's basically one of my priorities, basically get up to biology level 4 up here. So this all basically raises up to level 4. I also want to get energy tech up to level 2 and weapon tech up to level 3 because when I do that, I'll get access to my destroyer, the Beamer. And this is my first real combat ship I get early on, so I want to basically get this basically up and running when I get a chance to. And then when I really get around to it, 55555 for this one here, the Rotharian, which basically is a really powerful ship. But, you know, first things first, basically, get the basic destroyer out of the way first. So, I'll note that right now I'm just going to leave, like, you know, the set basically as is right now, because I want to basically get, like, this all, like, leveled up, right, you know, as fast as possible.
We claim this system in the name of the Rotharian Star Network.
Alright, so there's Nox colonized.
We have established contact with an alien culture.
There's the Octai Met. And these guys have both, like, you know, farms as well as, like, you know, a research and ground defense bonus, which is nice. They're also neurocorruptible, which is nice to see as well, so hooray.
Terraforming has been completed.
Terraform a couple systems there, so these guys get terraformed. We're going to send this guy to the colony right here.
This system will be colonized.
And over here in Dragonfire, we basically colonized like one of these planets as well, so that's cool.
This system will be colonized.
We'll get one of my ships basically colonize the planet here, so
terraforming.
We'll get that out of the way.
Select a planet for terraforming.
I'll know what I basically plan to do in Dragonfire here, I think. We're probably going to, like, you know, another colony ship basically over here to help with terraforming at some point.
Affirmative.
So let's just get this guy going this way, I think.
Affirmative.
I'll get this guy going over here. And Mesra basically built up its, like, you know, fabricator, so we'll just build a space dock right here real fast. Maybe we'll get a little bit more food. Now, I want to know at this point, we're actually gotten, like, you know, fairly big at this point. So I really need to decide, like, you know, where I can, like, basically, like, you know, put, like, resource, like, structures basically down. To, like, you know, start, like, you know, getting, like, you know, titanium and deuterium basically early on. Another good way of basically doing this is basically go over to, like, the resources tab here. And basically see if you have, like, you know, any sectors that have, like, you know, good, like, you know, fields, like, you know, resources basically to pick up. I'll note that Kintarsa is basically a good system basically to possibly build, like, you know, titanium on, so I might do that with them in the future. As well as, you know, as long as, like, you know, none of these, like, our planets are nearby, I basically have, like, titanium on it, so. Most of these our guys, they have titanium, but not that much. I mean, yeah, they have, like, titanium, but, you know, not a whole lot. So, basically what I, like, you know, I'm sort of, like, you know, plan out right now. Basically, Kintarsa, I'm probably gonna, like, start building titanium mines, like, you know, like crazy basically over here. Nox is probably a good candidate basically to build, like, you know, deuterium basically on for now, because I need to get that basically sorted out, you know, sooner than later. So, I'll aim to do that perhaps. Could also do it here as well, but, it won't hurt basically to start getting, like, you know, some, like, you know, deuterium basically on this planet here. Dwarf, don't really care, you don't have enough. Maybe on, like, this planet I might, like, start like, you know, getting some, like, you know, ooh, duranium. Alright, well, I may want to get, like, you know, duranium basically over here at some point. That's nice to see. Alright, well, in the meantime, basically, like, you know, for Nox here, I'll note that the planets basically want to, like, you know, set up, like, you know, to do stuff, like, you know, in the future for, like, you know, to turn probably. But in the meantime, I've got to basically, like, show this off, and, you know, it's really about time I basically do so. Here's the manager. Now, I'll note that the manager is not something I, like, really use in, like, any of my playthroughs, but it is, like, you know, fairly useful to actually use this to, if, like, you know, you're playing a game yourself. Basically, the system manager will actually manage, like, you know, where, like, you just put your, like, you know, stuff automatically, so if I enable it, I can basically choose, like, you know, where I want to basically have, like, you know, my focus basically, like, you know, production and stuff like that. So, for example, if I put, like, you know, 6 basically in industry here, it'll basically, like, you know, try and, like, always basically have, like, you know, 6 industry in this, like, sector. So, production-wise, you can see, like, you know, has, like, you know, full fabricators. Something else I want to possibly do is probably put out a little bit of titanium, so we'll do that right with this guy here. And that'll actually eventually try to, like, get this guy to, like, get, like, some titanium as well. And by the way, note right now, basically, it's like trying to keep my guys fed in here. If I basically press like, you know, use store food, it'll basically cause us like they don't actually like prioritize like food over here. It'll actually prioritize like, you know, other stuff. Something I want to be careful in mind is like, you know, this one is like, you know, you can't really like, you know, change these guys to like, you know, have proper food distribution in this one, because the system manager will basically like, you know, it'll basically min-max stuff for you, but it won't necessarily do it in the most optimal way for like, you know, food, so watch out for that. Now, I basically like decide to like, you know, set some structures here, by the way. Let's just say I want to like build like, you know, some primitive organic factories here, and we want to build maybe some like, you know, fabricators here, and some time mines here. We'll basically just watch this as it basically like, you know, accumulates like its production here, and basically see how it's basically distributed over here, I think. So right now, basically it's got like, you know, 2 fabricators, like, you know, 2 time mines. And I'm going to basically enable maximize industry, so you basically see like, you know, how basically like swaps around like, you know, your industry basically do stuff. Alright, so that's basically all done.
Affirmative.
You're headed up there. And we're about to build our like, you know, thing over here, the space dock, so that's cool.
We claim this system in the name of the Rotharian Star Network.
So there's Borg basically colonized.
We claim this system in the name of the Rotharian Star Network.
As well as GM-Fire.
Terraforming has been completed.
And this is where we start to really get the morale bonuses, by the way, because, you know, we're basically terraforming all over the place, and on the Rotharians, they're actually big fans basically of colonization, so it's like a great way of basically getting like, you know, morale, basically just terraforming new planets. And we actually like, got this already terraformed up here. That's nice to see, but I think we're gonna have these guys basically like, you know, focus on terraforming this, like, you know, this system a little bit more. So
for terraforming. Select a planet for terraforming.
let's get them to basically work on that for now. Let's just see here. I'll note, by the way, that basically over here in like, you know, GM-Fire, I'm basically trying to like, you know, figure out how to like, you know, get this basically to be like, you know, set free basically multiples for like, you know, getting everything done here. Basically a multiple of 3 would be like 45 here, 33 right here, 12 right here, and 27 right here. So what would be the best play of like doing that, I guess, is a thing.
Affirmative.
I guess we want to exercise both like, you know, terraform this planet right here, I think.
For terraforming.
That'll basically get this guy down to like, you know, 44 and then 42, which is in our multiple 3. And these guys like, you know, can like this be a pair of free ships, so like, you know, terraforming is perfectly. I want this guy to get down here at this point, so we'll do that with him.
Affirmative.
And yeah, note that at this point we can like, you know,
Affirmative.
move around here a little bit, so we'll do so. Another M-class planet over here, that's nice to see. On the by way, for a lot of these, like, you know, anomalies they basically find, they'll basically usually disrupt your, like, you know, ships and stuff like that, so watch out for that, but whatever.
Affirmative.
Just gonna move this guy around like this to, you know, explore around here and, like, you know, do whatever he wants to after that. You know, I'm trying to move this guy over here just to meet these guys, because these are actually, like, you know, on mine right there, so worth doing.
Affirmative.
Let's get these guys to go right there. Alright, so I'll note that Borf is a nice little, like, you know, possibly sector to build, like, you know, security in, so we'll probably build, like, you know, our intel sectors basically over here at some point. Though, again, in the meantime, just to keep, like, showing off, let's just go enable. We'll put basically, like, you know, 6 industry here, we'll put, like, you know, the tame right there. And we're just gonna build, like, you know, 4 of this, and 1 of this. And GFR will be very much the same, just, you know, build some of this, build some of this, build some of this. Note, by the way, right now, like, you know, this guy only has, like, you know, 1 pip of fabricators right now, and basically can see, like, a 2, 3, 4. if it's like, you know, trying to like, you know, maximize stuff, this guy will like, you know, just do whatever basically for his stuff here. So I put a little bit of industry in here. You'll actually start focusing on building stuff, which is basically what I want to see. I should also note, by the way, you can see when your measure is basically on down here, so other sectors that, like, you know, don't have it on will basically have a measure off. And, like, you know, the sectors that have it on will have it on. And by the way, you can, like, flip through your systems if you basically, you know, right-click, drag, and, like, drop like this and such, so... Flip through my sectors like so, basically. So yeah, there's a couple more basically, like, you know, measures basically on for now. Basically, like, you know, this is like, you know, preferably how I want basically, like, you know, have all my sectors set up basically with the measure on, so that basically, you know, min-maximum like all time. But whatever. Let's see here. I'll note that Mesra, by the way, it's got a fairly nice population. It's got Rotharian. I'm probably gonna turn this basically into like, you know, a shipbuilding like province at some point. So now let's just build this basically up here. Get a little food right there. You can build a titanium mine basically after that. Heka's already got basically its like, you know, fabricates upgrade, so I just need to get the other stuff here upgrade, I guess. You know, I haven't actually like chosen like a field of occupation for like Heka yet. I'll probably like make it for research because I need to have like, you know, a lot of research basically for, you know, getting like the Tech 5s basically right away. So that's probably what we're gonna aim for. But you know, something to watch out for is like, you know, what to do with these plants basically. You know, at this point, let's just turn manager on for Heka, by the way. And I can basically turn this on whenever I want to, by the way, just to get, you know, out of the way. So we'll get 6 industry right here. We'll get like, you know, this stuff like so. I'm just gonna turn research basically up to 15, so we'll do it like that. And note, by the way, because I basically have upgraded like the fabricators, it takes a lot less to build these like, you know, laboratories right now, so that's good. It'll change as I basically upgrade like, you know, its research lab or whatever. This guy's already got his laboratories over here, so again, let's just maybe turn this basically on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get to titanium here. Let me do it like so. I need to actually have titanium basically to upgrade my like, you know, laboratories over here at this point, by the way. So we actually need more like, you know, stuff right here. In the meantime, let's maybe upgrade this here for now. And we're basically all set with our stuff, so nice.
Affirmative.
Alright, so let's go quickly to Nox here, by the way. So I'll note that basically Nox basically like, you know, sets this guy to have like the manager on. Now it's gonna take a while for this to happen. Basically, it's currently at like, you know, 4 billion population. At 5 billion, I'll basically show off like, you know, what it's basically at. So we'll just wait for that to basically pop up, I guess.
We have established contact with an alien culture.
Alright, there's a miner, the Fari. And they have a little bit of stuff to colonize, so
Select a planet for terraforming.
let's get to work.
Affirmative.
Let's get this guy go over this way a little bit.
Affirmative.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Now, hopefully these guys remain like neutral to me because I basically want to like, you know, terraform our planets up a little bit and like, you know, make them like me a little bit more that way. So we'll do so. I'll note that at this point I don't really need a friendship agreement with anyone because I don't really have a, you know, the ability to trade them at this point. But you know, it wouldn't be a bad thing to get with some of these guys, I think. Alright, this guy's over here.
Affirmative.
trying to think. I guess, like, you know, it's probably good to, like, you know, send this guy down here to, like, you know, get this, like, done a little bit faster this sector, so we'll do so, because basically want to get this, you know, the team producing soon enough. And apparently Borkum is basically empty here, so we built our titanium mine. Now, it's worth noting that in Borkum over here, these guys have almost like hit their population cap, so that's worth noting. And as such, I may actually want to turn off the use store food so basically just like starve himself. That's gonna cut down my laboratories at this point, but that's fine for now. I'm not with the reference, by the way. It's actually not a bad idea to get extra refineries for the direction and stuff like that. So maybe I'll build this stuff up here, perhaps. Now, note, by the way, currently this guy's selling 10 turns for direction for firing. You basically see this swap around as soon as this guy builds the gravitational turbine to basically have a lot more energy for a direction refinery because they'll need more energy to build it faster. And you're going over here. And Nox still has only 4 billion population, so it'll be a little bit before do anything over there, so that's fine.
External Affairs has a message for us.
There we go, friendship tree. So we'll accept that. And Referris is basically gonna keep doing its thing here, I guess. So although this point I probably should build a directory and fire over here as well. It's beef up this guy's shipbuilding capacity, so that'll be important for the future. Let's get that done now.
Select a planet for terraforming.
And yeah, let's take 14 turns to get this done. That's fine by me, so let's get to it.
Affirmative.
There's yet another terrestrial planet over here, so that's nice to see. We have a lot of opportunity to expand really fast, apparently, because there's no major powers around us, and just miners basically around me for the most part. I wonder where all the other major powers basically are, because they're not doing very well apparently. If they're not out toward me just yet.
Affirmative.
Let's get this guy down here, I guess. I think Murga might be just a little too far away to colonize, but I'm not sure. I might be able to get with this sector over here. Things to note. I should probably note something about Mesmer, by the way. One reason I'm basically going to use this as a shipbuilding platform over here is because they basically have direction over here and they're sort of in the middle of the map. I find that structures that are in the middle of the map are great for building ships because they can actually, be sent elsewhere to the galaxy, so to speak, very easily with their distance-wise. Other great group camps are basically next to wormholes that are fixed and they have a fixed point of exit, so you can basically use them to get to where you need to go. And thinking about diplomacy, by the way, where are we at right now for everything? So you're not cooperative, you're hostile to me, you're angry with me. Currently we have devoted from the Elysians. I might actually want to offer these guys an alliance soon. They're angry. They're friendship, so that's good. They're angry. They're cooperative and luckily close to being ally to me. They're friendly. Alright then, so I guess let's keep on it for now. Oh, there's an terrestrial world over here, so there's Archer.
Terraforming has been completed.
We got our friendship agree with the Rotharians, so that's done. And I tore from one of this guy's planets over here, so that's nice to see.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Let's aim to get that one done over here at some point. Alright, let's see here. You can terraform this guy's planet over
Select
here.
planet for terraforming.
Now, it's worth going over here in Rotharians. On note, by the way, you can actually get access to like 2 direct from extraction basically for like your you know, capital. You basically have like, you know, a very simple one, the extractor, which basically doesn't require power. But any fair ones basically will require power on them, so you have to watch out for that. You still need like 3 power is up right now, so we'll have to drop a little power basically on it to get out of the way. Now, at this point, by the way, turn 80. I'd very much like to use, like, you know, build some intel centers in Rotharians, but I think we can probably still get away with, like, you know, building more colony ships because there's, like, no majors around us, so let's keep pumping these out, so basically we can colonize some more. And we're just sending you basically up over here. I'll note, by the way, I may actually start building an outpost over in this direction at some point to, like, you know, expand my border, so I might see that in the future, but, you know, we'll still build some colony ships because it still have some more colonies I need to do and such. I'll note that where possible, you should really, like, focus on, like, you know, extending your borders with, like, you know, colony ships and space docks. So, that's primarily how I basically plan to do it, but, you know, whatever. It's okay out there now, that's nice to see.
We have a new technology.
Alright, level 2 for biotech is basically done, so we now have access to the Starbase and the Rotharian Air Squadron and the replicators.
We have a new technology.
As well as the, like, you know, energy tech for, like, solar panels and this stuff over here.
Terraforming has been completed.
Alright, we terraformed all set, so that's done over here. No, don't go there.
Affirmative.
Let's take this guy down here, I think, to
Affirmative. Affirmative.
that planet right there. And there we go. So, Brains finally got itself its first, like, you know, type of, like, you know, destroyer. So, there's his, like, first combat ship, pretty powerful ship for, like, you know, early game when it appears. So that finally happened. Now, I should probably note that not all, like, you know, anomalies will basically kill your ships even interim, but something even sort of helpful. But this will actually, like, kill your, like, crew experience, so it's not really that great. Basically, want to watch out for, like, you know, certain, like, anomalies, but some of them can be good as well. So, something to keep in mind.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Let's get to work on this planet here, I guess.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Might as well have both these guys team up to get this done over here. Now, at this point, basically, I think I may, like, you know, send these guys to where, like, you know, planets of races I've already been to, but
Affirmative.
send this guy basically to where, like, the Myra over here to help, like, colonize him, I guess, up a little bit more. On the bar, I don't need to get any more energy tech than level 2 at this point, so we're just going to drop this down, I think, a little bit, so we'll do that. And I do actually need to get, like, biotech up a little bit faster than weapon tech at this point for, like, the level 4 organic regenerator, so we'll basically, like, leave it all in there, I guess, for now. Which is fine by me.
Terraforming has been completed.
Alright, so basically terraforming the planet over here. And crap, I got an odd planet over here, so that's worth knowing, but whatever.
Select a planet for terraforming. Select a planet for terraforming.
What I'm probably gonna do with one of the ships right here is I'll probably, like, you know, have him, like, you know, I'm basically gonna have, like, one of the ships basically help out with, like, you know, terraforming the rest of these planets. And then I'll, like, leave, like, one guy over here basically to, like, you know, just terraform this for 15 turns basically after. So I'm basically gonna use most of these colony ships basically, like, to terraform this, like, you know, area up basically. Alright, Kentaris. Now, nobody in Kentaris basically have, like, you know, their primitive organic factories, the, you know, basic fabricators over here. We're just gonna get a few more of these, I think, right now. I know they're gonna access new abilities, like the solar panels are available, and, like, you know, other stuff is available as well, but whatever. Alright, that's basically built over here, so... I guess I want to get the organic replicators basically out of the way at this point, so we'll do that like right now. More food's not a bad thing to basically get right now for, like, you know, the sector, because it's gonna grow fast, this one, so he's gonna need the, like, you know, population to do stuff, or the buildings to do stuff. Alright, Mr. Turn basically, like, send this guy out here, so we don't have, like, two, like, you know, colonies basically in the same place, but that's fine. Alright, so interesting. Note that basically in turn 1, I basically, or like the first episode, I had like a hull virus incident happen, and basically caused my colony ship to lose all its hull. Here's an example where it happened to a miner, and basically his three ships here basically all lost like their hulls here. Though basically after like these were basically, like, you know, built, these were built as well, and they actually, like, you know, don't have like the issues like these ones have right here. Notice well, by the way, that they don't repair the miners, by the way, because they don't actually have space docks. They just, like, you randomly get ships out at times, so basically these guys have ships, but they don't actually, like, you know, have a space dock basically to, like, you know, repair them or anything like that, so worth noting. And we'll also have this guy, like,
Select
you know,
a planet for terraforming.
alright, so here's like a good example, like a planet, by the way, that doesn't, or a system, by the way, doesn't have, like, a titanium in it, so if I basically, like, you know, call this system here, it'll just be for the purpose of, like, you know, causing it, so worth knowing, by the way.
Select a planet for terraforming.
We'll get the ocean planet out of the way just for now, to, like, you know, be able to build space docks eventually, so let's do that from here. That's what this planet's gonna be good for, a space dock, by the way, just so we can get down to here, perhaps.
Affirmative.
Let's move this guy like so, I think. You're building that right there. These colony ships need to go somewhere, so... where to? I guess I want to send him basically up over here to, like, you know, get this guy online a little bit faster, so we'll do that.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
I'll basically build up this sector a little bit faster and then, like, you know, get the murder real fast, basically. I'll start pushing up this way a little bit, perhaps.
Terraforming has been completed. External Affairs has a message for us.
Alright, well, that's for our abrupt. So this guy has decided to join my empire. And this is actually a thing that, like, the Mars basically doing this game, they can, like, you know, offer, like, a membership degree, even if they only have a friendship here, so... okay. Join my empire! I like this idea. Also, we terraform down here in this, like, you know, little sector, so let's get this guy to...
This system will be colonized.
just claim that system for my own. And you can just
Select
terraform
a
right
planet
there.
for terraforming.
Now, note, by the way, I don't actually have, like, you know, this planet here, like, you know, colonized, so when I actually, like, you know, grab this guy's system, I'll have to, like, basically terraform it, so I'll have to send this guy down here to terraform it. We'll see that in a moment, basically. There's some laboratories here in Heka basically built. Nope, I can build, like, a replica here now if I want to. I may actually want to do that here in Heka, because it can help them, like, with their food issues, so... maybe I'll do so. And we built our, like, you know, direct refinery over here in Borkum, so... let's upgrade this now. Nope, by the way, this is, like, you know, going, like, up by a lot at this point, because these guys don't actually have, like, their stored food basically on right now, so they're basically maximizing their output for, like, your food a lot more now. And that basically means that they're, like, you know, lowering, like, the amount of time it takes to build, like, some of our stuff like this. And I was actually supposed to look at Nox here, right, so we got our pips basically filled, so right now we're at 5 billion population for Nox. Note that basically this guy's gonna have, like, you know, all his pips basically improving organic factory right now for some reason. I guess that might be probably min-maxing, like, situation here, by the way, where maybe this guy, like, you know, doesn't need, like, the extra, like, you know, the extra, like, you know, pip space and basic power to get this, like, done, but whatever. Maybe, like, he, like, built this, like, you know, up with, like, you know, 2 pips and, like, you know, just got rid of both for, like, the next, like, turn after, because, you know, they need the energy. I'm not really sure what happened right there.
We claim this system in the name of the Rotharian Star Network.
Alright, so we claim Kai Signe. And we got the Ascites to basically join us. Now, note that good thing about these guys joining me here is I can actually use these guys to build a space dock. Ooh, I don't like that. Look at that. This food's really bad. Alright, so sometimes this happens with Mars probably they, like, you know, have very bad, like, food situations, so I'm immediately gonna have to start, like, you know, buying up, like, this guy's, like, you know, food stuff, I guess, so first gonna spend 3 turns building, like, primitive farms for this guy. Note that these guys were, like, a primitive, like, miners, so they basically have, like, only access, like, to primitive stuff here for, like, you know, basic titanium mines, and, like, you know, this stuff here. So, not great, but whatever. And on the bar over here, like, you know, Kai Signe, this guy can't build, like, you know, the titanium mines. So, we're gonna have, like, a very basic stuff of, like, you know, just this stuff here for now. And let's basically turn, like, this on like so. And let's leave him be. And no bother, because I don't have any, like, titanium to throw us into, he's throwing into food itself, so he's, like, not only, like, you know, maximizing energy, just, like, you know, he's also maximizing food as well, so why not? Alright, so on no bother, I want to start getting to turn basically over here in the sector, I think, a little bit. Just so I can, like, build, like, a replica at some point, but whatever. Let's get a few more of these basically up and running, I think. He's gonna need the food eventually. And Kataris is looking pretty good over here for its stuff, but, oh, we gotta build this basically up here a little bit. And a little bit away from getting, like, you know, my biotech over here basically done, so alright, well, at this point we're gonna start building our intel centers, I think, over here in, like, you know, Rotharians, so let's get this basically underway. We're gonna need it basically in the long run, because, like, you know, we're basically intel factory, actually, we're the intel factory, like, you know, our, like, intel bonuses and such, so we're gonna start building these intel centers basically up in my capital. I mean, this is not just for a show, this, like, structure here. It isn't very important to basically have this to, like, you know, basically have, like, a big boost to, like, your intel and other stuff, so all I want to eventually have is basically on my capital. We just don't have it on just yet. Actually, think about it right now. I'll note that I actually probably could turn that on. And it won't actually affect me to turn it on this, like, you know, structure, because of the simple fact that, like, you know, we're already producing these up in one turn. So why not? We'll have our intel basically on here for a little bit. Now, I don't actually need intel for anything right now, but, you know, whatever. It'll be stockpiled for the future. No bother, we lost a trader in Heka here, by the way. We were trading with the Ascites with, like, you know, Heka here, but because, like, you know, this guy joined me, he's now, like, you know, part of my empire, so he's not actually, like, you know, being traded with. He's just, like, you know, part of my empire. And that makes me think it's a good idea to try and, like, you know, get one of these other guys to join me here if I can, so let's see here. Let's see here. I want to note that, like, you know, of, like, these, like, you know, 4 Mars down here, it's probably the 4 that are, like, the best, like, to try and, like, get me to join me right now, I think. But they're also the angriest at me as well, and they also have, like, you know, very low corruptibility, so it's gonna be expensive trying to get these guys to, like, you know, join my empire. These guys are also, like, you know, low corruptibility, so that's just something I know as well. 11s are normal. The Octane are normal, and of course there's also the Brain, who are basically, like, you know, low. You can get the Brain to join you by if you want to, it's just going to be very expensive to do so. It's not a bright idea, but we're just going to try and, like, you know, buy these guys to get them, like, you know, into my, like, you know, my sphere of influence, so it's gonna send some credits. And hopefully I can like boost up his like, friendship with me a little bit to like, get him to start trading with me a little bit. We will see.
Terraforming has been completed.
So we transfer our funds to 11s. And we terraform Mesbra here a little bit, so that happened.
Select a planet for terraforming. Select a planet for terraforming.
We're just gonna basically colonize that here a little bit now. And I think I forgot about these guys over here, so that happened, so whatever.
Select a planet for terraforming.
We might as well just, like, help terraform us up a little bit here, so why not? Let's get it out of the way. And Kintar is supposed to titanium mine over here, which is nice. I need a few more fabricators space over here, so let's get those out of the way. And I don't know what, like, at this point, but I'm gonna have, like, the min-max, like, manually with, like, my stuff here. If, like, we're basically, like, doing ourselves with, like, this, like, approach. Where, like, we're not really, like, letting the AI basically handle it. And by the way, in Nox space, we were currently at, like, 6 billion population, so... Basically, all 4 of our 5th space area fabricators, like, start getting our, like, production basically up to at least in 1 turn. I was planning, like, to go, like, turn by turn to show off, like, what it basically does. But basically, like, the idea here is, like, it will basically, like, try to, like, have its, like, have, like, the appropriate amount of, like, fabricators to build, like, your structures. Or at least it'll basically have its, like, it's gonna, like, maximize its art resources without, like, compromising too much on the industry too much as well. Or food. Or what else to basically head to.
We have a new technology.
That's my organic repairs, by the way.
Terraforming has been completed.
Lots of terraforming being done. Alright, get to work on this our planet here.
Select a planet for terraforming.
And...
Select a planet for terraforming. Select a planet for terraforming.
Why not? Let's get this basically, like, basic planet over here done a little bit.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Let's have this guy go over here a little bit, I think. So, a terraform Kintaris over here.
Select a planet for terraforming.
We just need to terraform this, like, last planet here to get it done.
Select a planet for terraforming.
And Hasley's been terraformed here a little bit, so that's cool. What I'm gonna do here in Hasley, Bob, we're just gonna start, like, colonizing a little bit to, like,
This system will be colonized.
basically get a space lock here to get the Murga.
Select a planet for terraforming.
So that'll be the plan right there. I probably forgot about this, like, colony ship over here at some point, so that happened. Alright, let's see here. This guy can go...
Affirmative.
down here for now. At least to get the work basically down here at some point.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Let's get the terraforming island over here a little bit to try and, like, get them to like me a little bit more. Alright, let's see here. Let's see, yes, let's see. So, I'll note diplomacy-wise, basically give these guys some money. Note that it's not yet basically up to, like, cooperative right now, so I'm a little bit inclined basically to wait before I give them a little bit more, like, like a trading agreement or anything like that. We just want to get a little more money, I think, to, like, get them with the cooperative. And then, like, hopefully we can start trading with them at that point. By the way, note that in Nox here, we're currently, like, building up this, like, this titanium mine, and, like, it basically, like, oriented, like, an extra pip basically to get done.
We claim this system in the name of the Rotharian Star Network.
We got that system.
Terraforming has been completed.
So, over here in Hasley, we're just gonna get one of these guys to, like, colonize.
This system will be colonized. Select a planet for terraforming.
And might well just, like, work on this planet a little bit more. I'm not bothering just like looking around, make sure I have like, you know, everything like going where it needs to go, so making sure things are doing what it's supposed to be doing. There's production basically set for this guy here. There's just a few like organic factories and fabricators. Alright, so note that basically we're running out of food over here in like, you know, Asset. We're gonna have lots of issues basically with like this system because like, you know, I need to get this like food population raised up real fast. So we're just gonna buy the hydroponics farm here. And hopefully this guy won't be starving too bad in a moment, but you know, he's gonna be starving soon. Alright, Borif. Good job building up your stuff. I think I want Borif here to build up a fabricator, and then we'll build up a regenerator after that, so let's do that with him. I was going to build up the trim basically here in like, you know, Nox, but you know, I like to upgrade my stuff here first, so let's do that with him. Heck, I built up its like, you know, replicator. No problem because like this guy's got like a energy structure. He's oriented some like, you know, energy to like, you know, powering it up. So basically now we have like, you know, the replicator basically online over here. And I guess the next thing I want this guy basically to do is going to be like, you know, upgrade his food, because that's always important to basically do at this point. By the way, it's going to be important to do as well as in Rotharians here, so let's upgrade our food here as well. And can I get this done in a single pip? Yes, I can. So, let's blow this up in one turn. So that'll be important to get, like, you know, less, like, food, basically oriented stuff over here. And Giant Fire, you can build this stuff up over here. Or, actually, note that Giant Fire's getting really close to being, like, 7 billion population soon. So, I'm actually sort of tempted to sort of hold off on that and, like, you know, just build, like, you know, basic stuff for him like this for now. Technically, the same could be said for Borif over here as well, but I'm only going to get access to like a couple, like, you know, plant spaces, like, you know, to explore over here and colonize, so I'm not entirely too, like, you know, caring about that as much.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Terraform that, by the way. Alright, am I missing anything? It's a big question, right? I think everything's basically doing what it's supposed to, so they're either traveling or terraforming, like my ships here. Alright, so we basically, you know, got our like 8 billion population in like, you know, Hasley, so we're just gonna turn this basically all off right now. We'll build this basically up right away. And then let's put it all back on. So I do have like that system there. And yeah, we're still like, you know, about to run out of food here for this guy, so that's not great, but whatever. Let's just keep upgrading him, hoping for the best. And Kentaurus over here. You know, I'm trying to build up my, like, you know, basically like titanium mine series here, like, really fast, but I wouldn't mind, like, upgrading, like, you know, my, like, you know, fabricators or stuff over here a little bit, so let's just basically pour all in the fabricators for now to get this done real fast. And no, by the way, it's like, you know, I gotta watch out for like morale basically with like, you know, building up my stuff in here. I basically have it so I got like that extra like, you know, fabricator active in case like, you know, this guy loses like morale and like just below like, you know, what he's basically need to like build it up in like, you know, 8 fabricators. So I have that extra fabricator, make sure he like builds this up in 5 turns. Alright, built up our like, you know, thing over here with Ferris. Note that at this point we don't need as much like, you know, replicators basically build up our stuff here anymore, so that's nice. Let's turn that basically on. I'm just gonna keep building these basically up because, you know, we need to build them. And yeah, note by the way, our credits went down there a little bit because I had to spend it basically on like building space locks and stuff, so I spent here quite a bit there.
Terraforming has been completed.
And there we go, famine offset is happening because, you know, he doesn't have enough like, you know, farm space to build his stuff up. Oh wow, look at that. So we actually don't have like, you know, enough like industry to build up these like in one turn. That's concerning. You know what, we're just gonna buy this place basically outright here I think right now, so let's do that right now. Alright, so note that basically we can go all the way up over here to like, you know, Murga, flying on ships now if I want to, so... Oh, let's see here. You know, I'm tempted to like, you know, just terraform this planet here a little bit, and I'll send these guys over here to like, you know, start terraforming over here.
Affirmative.
But let's just get these guys to like, you know, head out there now.
Affirmative.
Let's get it done. Now, I want to know, I could actually like, you know, terraform or colonize this planet over here. That's probably a really bad idea because these guys basically have like a lack of food, so...
Affirmative.
We're temporarily going to send this guy basically over here to like, you know, Uxima to like, you know, basically start terraforming over here to get this guy basically like, you know, settled because I can't like, you know, colonize this planet just yet because I'm just going to like, you know, have dead people on my hands, so... We're going to avoid doing that basically right now. And by the way, Heck has been like, you know, terraformed up here, so...
This system will be colonized.
Colonize that with him. And I just thought of something, by the way.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Instead of basically sending these guys over there,
Select a planet for terraforming.
let's keep them here and send the other guys over there.
Select a planet for terraforming.
So they'll basically like, you know, colonize Murga, and these guys can like hang back basically to like, you know, keep colonizing this sector here. That's a plan, I think. And Giant Fire slowly like, you know, getting colonized over here, which is nice to see, so hooray. Think about it. At some point I'll build a colony ship here, I think. We're just gonna like, you know, maybe hold off for a couple of turns and we'll build it. That'll be the plan. Slowly Nox is building up his stuff. And yes, famine's still happening in Offset over here, annoyingly enough. Alright, so I need to have like, you know, 6 of these structures basically built right now, I guess. So let's build 6 of these right now. Nope, by the way, because we have a famine here, this guy's gonna start losing morale like crazy, so it's gonna suck for a little bit for Austin because he needs to like, you know, get like, you know, a lot of like stuff basically built for him to like, you know, survive over here. And let's just here, build this basically up over here, I think. Nope, can't build it up in one turn, so... We'll leave it like so, I guess. Alright, Heka, they got a nice little food surplus at this point. I'm tempted to basically upgrade the titanium mines at this point, so... Let's upgrade those. I guess I'm building up my laboratories here, so let's just keep building those up, so... Just build 6 of these right after. You're gonna build up the replicators up at this point for yourselves. Nope, but once I build these basically up, I can like start getting rid of some of his, you know, access like, you know, replicators up here. So that'll be nice, and I can, you know, focus basically on other stuff for this guy. GM Fire, you have enough for, you know, space docks, so let's build one. And get out of the way. Alright, space dock's nice and it's building them everywhere. By the way, here's like, you know, Caldria over here. Pretty nice system, I think.
Affirmative.
Decent enough, at least.
Terraforming has been completed.
The famine continues.
Select a planet for terraforming.
So that'll be 12 turns to get this done.
Select a planet for terraforming.
And this guy's here now, so
Select a planet for terraforming.
get to work there. Alright, so basically like, you know, terraforming over here. Let's send this guy over here to help with like, you know, terraforming over there, I guess. And yeah, here in first we're gonna build our colony ship, I think, up a little bit more, so we'll turn this basically off, we'll get this basically done in a few turns, so yeah, that's fine, it's built like so. No problem, I can actually like throw like excess like, you know, pip space and intel now if I want to. But we'll keep building up the food in our home sector, because why not? And this guy can like, you know, explore around here a little bit, so
Affirmative.
let's go there with him. Do a little work with him right there. You know, I have to say, where are the other empires? I've explored at least a core of the map, right? So there should have been like, you know, some presence of like the other guys showing up, but you have to see them. So where are they? I mean, it's a great way for showing off the game, basically, if like, you know, they don't show up, but they should be showing up at some point. Let's offer some things to these guys here, I guess. Alliance and cooperations and stuff like that. Probably these guys are neutral now, which is nice to see. Alright, let's see here. You know, I should probably know something about, like, you know, your shipboards and stuff like that. Notice I have, like, a lot of, like, you know, a very small, like, you know, area for, like, the short range for vessels. And, like, you know, I have, like, you know, a bit up here where I can, like, some of my short range vessels. The thing about your short range vessels is that they can't really go that far in this game, and it really, really shows. And I'm not by for reference, but I do actually have short range vessels that, like, you know, they can build. Specifically, where it's going to be one called yeah, right there, the R-Acron. This is like one of the short range vessels, and I usually don't avoid like building this, but you know, it's basically like, you know, something else. By the way, if you build like these vessels, they can't go very far. I actually have like some sites, you know, sites I won't be able to send my like short range vessels to, and so I'll be able to space dock. So, worth noting, basically.
We have a new technology.
And there's my beamer. Hello. I won't start building up these guys soon enough, but we'll leave them be for now.
Terraforming has been completed.
My offer agreement's like crazy. Now, note by the way, at this point, we're just gonna like, you know, turn this basically off, and we'll turn this basically off as well. All right, so I do want to basically get my biotech basically up to be like level 4 soon, but at this point, we're gonna activate our like, you know, special research basically start getting this out of the way. I'll note that with the special research basically get like very nice bonuses with these, and for first time I basically picked like finances to get like more money. So hopefully with like the a little bit of like research basically here, I'll be able to like, you know, get like some like good improvements to help me out a little bit, like, you know, economy and stuff like that. Alright, so one more sector basic colonies over here.
Select a planet for terraforming.
As that big 15, so you're gonna basically colonize right now.
This system will be colonized.
And let's like, you know, get a nice little boost basically our population here in like Mesbra. And these guys are gonna keep doing their thing over here with like, you know, terraforming,
Select
so
a planet for terraforming.
keep it up.
Select a planet for terraforming. Select a planet for terraforming.
Well, let's get that done. Alright, where's this colony ship going? Right, I was gonna send this guy over here to like, you know, GM5 because I don't like, you know, just colonize this planet. GM5 is like, you know, a fairly like, you know, good system for draining perhaps in the future, so I might build up for that. I might also use like, you know, the system down here somewhere I had that's also good for like, you know, draining, but this is actually a better system I think for like, you know, draining because it's basically like, you know, away from like, you know, the empires hopefully, the other empires perhaps in the future. And also has a lot of big population as well, so this will be an important plan for something I think in the future, we'll see.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Alright, let's get these guys just
Select a planet for terraforming.
get to work. We're just gonna fully colonize this planet, or terraform this system before, like, I colonize it and stuff like that, so that's fine. And let's just see here, let's go one more turn. Yeah, we're still starving here, and like this guy is losing morale like crazy, but whatever. Hopefully it'll be fixed soon. Alright, so this guy's gonna have a big boost to his, like, population soon. It's gonna, really eat to his food supply, but whatever. Let's make sure I have my titanium mines up for this guy as much as possible. Now this guy is going to be used for shipbuilding, so I'm just going to build a few more fabricators at this point for this guy, because I can't really like upgrade anything right now, so let's get our fabricators basically out of the way. And you know what, let's just build a few more, like, colony ships basically out of, like, Rotharians here. I'll probably have like some more terraform with him in a moment, so that's fine.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Not that planet.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Not that planet.
Select a planet for terraforming.
There we go. You can colonize that planet, or get to work on it. Note, by the way, this guy, like, few ships now here, so very well defended brain planet over there for those guys. And I forgot to make this guy terraform over here apparently, so let's get to work on that.
Select a planet for terraforming.
Get the terraforming right there then. Alright, so yes.
Terraforming has been completed. External Affairs has a message for us.
We got alliance with the Listians as well as the Savar, but we didn't get our cooperation with the Zetrans or trading with the Lemons just yet. Oh well, let's have to get this guy a little bit more money, I think. Make him like me a little bit more. I colonized 2 planets in Mesra, so very, very nice and colonized planet over here. Or system, rather. You're going to basically colonize right here.
This system will be colonized.
I'll basically slowly get this, like, system basically up and running. We're terraformed up over here in islands, so that's good to basically see, so go over here to Borf, I guess. And we upgrade our fabricator over here, that's nice to see, so let's upgrade again, because why not?
Affirmative.
Good system over here to find, so hooray.
Affirmative.
Alright, so. Ooh, look at that, the Savar is starting to get their ships up, so there we go. No problem, because we're actually allied to the Savar, we're actually able to see their ships. When we basically ally, like, other, like, people, you get to see, like, where their, like, ships are and, like, what they're basically doing, so. I don't have anyone who can actually see the Savar, but they're, like, just telling me that they're there, so. We actually are sharing our intel with, like, these guys, and we're sharing it with them, so. There's our stuff. Hopefully this guy's gonna be a member of me soon, but, well, not everyone's the city over here, so that's a thing to note, but whatever. Hey, look at that, we're actually positive on our food finally, so that happened. Finally. Alright, well, a very eventful episode, I guess, to, like, teach you guys stuff. I guess next, like, episode will be one where we're finally, like, being major, so we'll be able to cover stuff like that there, so for now, save the game, and I'll see you guys next time.